Domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone, yet the problem is often overlooked, excused, or denied. This is especially true when the abuse is psychological rather than physical. Noticing and acknowledging the signs of an abusive relationship is the first step to ending it. No one should live in the fear of the person they love. If you recognize yourself or someone you know in the following warning signs and descriptions of abuse, reach out. Domestic violence occurs when one person in an intimate relationship or marriage tries to dominate and control the other person. Domestic violence and abuse are used for one purpose and one purpose only: to gain and maintain total control over you.
Domestic violence, I think I can term it to be, now it has come to be one of the serious cases that we are registering. Domestic violence involves physical violence, there is threatening violence, there is emotional violence, there is psychological violence, there is sexual violence. All those are grouped under domestic violence.
Domestic violence, according to the current Uganda Demographic Health Survey, which is a survey that shows what is happening at the entire country level, indicates that over 60% people, especially women, experience domestic violence. This is unacceptably high, extremely high. If you want to know how high it is, contrast with the HIV prevalence, because HIV prevalence is at 6 to 7%, but see how big it has hit us. So if domestic violence is at 60%, it's extremely high.
In the efforts to create public awareness on domestic violence, we have decided to visit local council chairpersons to tell us how they are handling this situation. And today we are here in the church area zone, Kamocha, and we need to talk to the chairman, Mr. Kakoza James, to tell us his stand on this.
My name is Kakoza James. I'm the chairman of this area. Things concerning about domestic violence, here nowadays it's not too much as some time back. But for us, the way we are handling domestic violence, we first find out the problem, where it comes from. Then sometimes we handle, sometimes we cannot handle something which is heavy, we cannot handle. But in many times, domestic violence has come from, at home. This drug abuse. We find some husbands, they come home when they have smoked banji. Some they are drunk with alcohol. Then when he comes at home, the reason they give that, when I come home, that woman, it takes long to open for me. So
The causes of domestic violence, we have alcohol, there's also drugs. When somebody has taken much of it, you will not know what he's doing. There is also poverty, where a home is suffering from poverty. If it is a woman, you will not know that there is poverty. A husband is not bringing meat, he's not buying the clothes, he's not buying the necessities. It can cause them to quarrel. Or it can cause the woman to leave the husband because the husband is poor and goes to another man who is rich. So that is already violence.
There's the physical violence, which includes beating, harming the body, cutting, burning, and all those kind of things. There's the emotional violence, which is a set of controlling behaviors that include emotional abuse, controlling someone, jealousy, intimidation, threats. All these are really painful experiences. Then there is, because of jealousy, that's why we see things like people burning others with acid, people being abandoned. It's really psychological torture. And then there is the sexual violence, which includes things like unfaithfulness, forced sexual acts, which could include maybe you're forcing someone to do things that they have not consented to do sexually. It also includes incest, rape, defilement. It's a whole set of those sexual offenses.
Cheating on one another. Maybe, can I say, lack of love between the two parties. Where love decreases between the two parties, one against the next and picks another love outside their marriage.
Then there is the economic violence, which is a lot to do with denying people to have a right to earn. I think we've seen cases where some partners prevent their partners from working in paid employment. Then there is also depriving the family the economic benefits of the family. Like, for example, if you refuse to provide, mark my words, refuse. Not, if someone is poor and they don't have anything, that's not abuse because the condition is not. But refusing to provide things like food, basic necessities, refusing someone to use the family resources like land and any other resources, or grabbing someone's income,